What a fantastic end to a fantastic Crucible final here. Let's applaud both of our finalists today. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us this evening. You have been an inspiration not only to these players, but everyone watching around the world today. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting both of our players today. But I think we've got to say, Shaun Murphy, what a fight. What a contest you put up tonight. You threw everything at him, back-to-back tons to go, 17-15. But this man is just so tough.
Yeah, he's just super granite, isn't he? He's, you know, unfortunately for me, you know, I've known him since we were 9 years of age, and he's always been the same. You know, I started the match well, and he just went into super hard mode, and broke me last night. I think, you know, it was a tough lead to give him overnight, a three-frame lead in a match of this calibre, and in the end it probably told the difference.
Shaun, we've marvelled at the way that you've engaged with the crowd. A wonderful run here, a record-equalling run in that semi-final against Kyron Wilson. How much have you enjoyed being back on this big stage in front of these fans once again?
Yeah, well, you know, a lot's been said. You know, life has been, you know, very, very difficult for everybody, hasn't it, in the last 12 months? Coronavirus has affected us, you know, in a way that none of us could have predicted. And, of course, life on tour has been, you know, good, but difficult in a lot of ways. For people who don't live on this island, life has been quite difficult, and a lot's been made of that. But, you know, I want to say a very deep, personal thank you to every single one of you that have bought a ticket and come over the last 17 days. You know, it's sport's nothing without the fans, and you know, we've been so thrilled to have everyone back this last fortnight. A full house tonight. And listen, guys, on a personal note, it's been a very tough year for me on tour, as I say. Travel restrictions and stuff like that, a lot's been made of it, but you've brought me back. Thank you.
Okay, and well said. Shaun, only a couple of seasons ago, you endured possibly your worst season, and here you are not 2 years later in a Crucible final again. And I just wonder what kind of help and aid that Chris Henry has been for you in the last few months.
I mean, none today. But listen, you know, Chris and I have worked together since 2013, and he's been an integral part of my team ever since. Thank you for everything you've done in the last 8 years. You'll be sacked tomorrow. Thinks I'm joking. And no, listen, we've had a great run. We've won many tournaments. We've had some great times all over the world. Today, you know, was as close as it got, you know, for Team Henry, 2 players in the final. And, you know, I'm thrilled for Mark. I'm gutted myself, but thrilled to have been part of what's been a great match.
I'm sure you are. We've got your sister Jane here, but your fan club is back in Dublin right now. Elaine and Molly and Harry, and I'm sure they're staying up late. Would you like to say hello and a message to them tonight?
Guys, you've got another 24 hours of fun before Daddy gets home. Then it's good night, Vienna.
Isn't it great to see this man, the magician, back on the big stage again? Congratulations, Shaun. Thank you. The champion of 2021. Mark, congratulations to you. What a list this is. Stephen Hendry, Ronnie O'Sullivan, Steve Davis, John Higgins, and now you. The only guys to win 4 Crucible titles. How does it feel to join that club?
Yeah, unbelievable, really. I wish you'd have come for me first, though, after Shaun's speech. I wish you'd have come to me first. I mean, how can I follow that fantastic speech? But, yeah, absolutely incredible, you know. Every time you get to a world final, you always try that. You try your hardest because it's such a tough tournament to get there. You never know whether it's going to be your last or not. So as I said before, to win it once against O'Sullivan for the first time was a dream come true, but to win it 4 times is just only something I can dream of.
You guys have been playing one another for over 20 years. He gave it his all tonight, the back-to-back centuries after you'd made a ton as well. But to clear up in the way you did, hugely, immensely satisfying way to get across the line, surely.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Sean's played, I thought he played fantastic, you know, all the way through the match. And is a great, great player, a great ambassador for our game. And Sean, it's great to see you back, mate. Obviously, I truly believe you're back to where you was, obviously, a few years ago when you was competing in the final. So, brilliant, mate. Brilliant.
Mark, I have to say, you are, without doubt, the most relentless, hard-nosed competitor out there. But even you, over the last 4 years, there must have been times since your last world title that it was hard to keep believing, was it?
Yeah, it was. A few years ago, I had some really, really dark days, you know, and yeah, times were tough. So obviously all the family and everyone who's close to me will understand, obviously, what I'm going through. So this has been a special one, you know. It's been tough.
You both owe Chris Henry a lot. A hell of a lot, actually, after these checks this evening, I've got to say.
Financially a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I mean, a big thank you to Sean as well. I mean, obviously, Sean was the first player for Chris to go on board with, and now he's got, I don't know how many players under his wing. And we've only been together a year, last year at the World Championships with our first time. And coming here, I wasn't too confident last year, and he got me to 1 frame away from the final. Yep. And then working with him this year, I've seen the massive difference in myself, especially self-belief. I was a little bit fragile before I got with Chris, and he's worked wonders, you know, and a big thank you to you, mate. Thanks very much.
And finally, Mark, you're back up to world number 2. And with this big check, there's a very good chance that you'll be battling it out with Judd for the number 1 spot. What are the aims going forward now?
When you say battling it with Judd, he's probably still about £3 million in front of everybody else, you know.
This'll help, though.
He's won about 52 tournaments in the last 18 months. But no, I mean, that's my aim, to try and get back to number 1. Obviously, you still have goals in your career. I'm sure Sean's got massive goals still in his career. So one of them was to try and get back to number 1. So I'm going in the right direction. You
are indeed. Your champion, ladies and gentlemen, for 2021, Mr. Mark Selby.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your presentation party, Fred Doan, the boss of Betfred, and Barry Hearn, the chairman of the World Snooker Tour. The runner-up receiving a silver medal and a cheque for £200,000. What an amazing 17 days. Take a bow, Shaun Murphy. And the winner, receiving a cheque for £500,000, the trophy and the title, 2021 Betfred World Snooker Champion for the 4th time, Mark Selby. Your champion, Mark